Getting back to the breakup, was that something that y'all saw coming?
I mean, it was always a little tension here and there, but it wasn't nothing that like, you know, while you in the middle of it and you living, it's something that you think is never going to end. Like, you know, I thought it was never going to end. I thought it was never going to be over.
Right. I remember closer to the end, we was on the road with Jay.
Yeah.
And he came and told us, like, yo.
Yeah, I
it's
remember
about to be
together
over.
when he told us,
It's about to be over. I want y'all to come with me.
He said it's about to be over?
Yeah, it's about to be done. I want y'all to.
Wow.
Yeah.
How do you deal with that? Because did you have a relationship with Dame at the time?
Yeah. I remember Dame was telling me that do a solo project. That's kind of why I went with Jay. You know what I'm saying? My loyalty, you know, the Neef. I'm like, we already did the first album. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna follow up. You feel me? Yeah, that was my situation. Things like solo joint, ain't so like Gunners.
How do you feel now?
Man, I think back on it sometimes. So I never look at it like, again, shout out to Bucky, but I never look at it like being the Bobby out the group, you know what I'm saying? Or the B out there, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
How Dane probably was looking at the shit.
Right.
You feel me? But we went with Jay, we did what we did. We dropped Set It Off, I think.
Yeah.
Set It Off. I forget what other joint, but yeah.
Was it hard to make that decision?
Yeah, it was
Both
tough.
of y'all.
Yeah, but eventually you had to.
It was like, yeah.
But eventually you had to make the decision to go
for sure.
solo.
Yeah.
No, I mean between like rolling with
after a
Dame and
while,
rolling with Jay.
For sure.
So what led up to that?
I mean, Bucky was doing his thing as well. He got a series, Forever Do Me series he was doing while I was doing my network. You know what I'm saying? We never like announced the breakup. We
Right.
all, you know,
Yeah. Right. But y'all still homies.
Yeah,
It's
for
just,
sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, we still tight.
I'd be like that sometimes.
Yeah, get like that. Like, you know, everybody want to do their own thing at some point.
Yeah.
But not only that, but people change every 5 years. Nobody stays the same. You go do stuff, you get new experiences.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Different jewels you pick up along the way, and you start to navigate your path a little bit like sharper.
Yeah.
And you realize the path that you heading on ain't the path everybody else is trying to go on.
Right.
Yeah,
And
but people don't want that for the things that anchor them. And music is one of those things that anchor you. It's one of those things you go back to depend on. And when you see like a group that you grew up with or a crew that was in your formative years, if these dudes' music was in the backdrop of your life when you were coming off the porch, to hear that it's like they're disbanding, to hear that they're going solo, you get upset.
Yeah.
You're almost personally you're so invested. And you start wondering, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? You breaking up for what?
See,
Like
I
for
always be telling C like they need to do a young if they do
I
a
hear it a
Young
lot.
Guns album
I
right
hear it
now,
a lot. Yeah.
that shit'll go crazy. Like if they went and recorded the Young Guns album and dropped that shit right now, out of here. With the right promotion and everything, that shit is out of here, bro.
Because there's people that was invested then that's like, we never got this.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, we didn't get what we wanted from it.
For
You
sure.
know what I mean?
For sure.
And now you're grown. Now your perspective is way deeper.
Oh yeah.
What you've been through, what you've seen.
Yeah, we got a story to tell.
You apply that to the music, bruh.
Like imagine doing a state property album over, but it's now.
Yeah.
What
Well,
does
like
that
I was
sound
telling you, I got the concert February 25th in Philly at the Fillmore with dope shows. And it's my 20-year anniversary for Philadephia Freeway. So I'm performing the whole album with a live band. And it's the first time ever a state property we gonna perform the Hot 97.
Yes, I'm coming. Yes.
I'm coming to that. Hold on. Wait.
That's big.
Hold on. Y'all said y'all performing the Hot 97
freestyles. Yeah.
You gotta go, bro.
We never did.
We have to go. Like there's
Everybody
nothing else to
too.
say.
Everybody
We ain't filming that day. We gotta go.
Is it gonna be the classy thing? We suited and booted? What we doing?
I mean, it's going, it's going to be a classy segment, but that's
Right.
for us. Like, y'all could come how y'all
Yeah,
come.
come how y'all
Whatever
come.
y'all was dressed in when y'all went up to Hot 97 that day is what y'all need to do.
Yo, you know what? That makes a lot of sense,
Yo,
bro.
I ain't gonna lie. son.
Y'all gonna get the-
If you don't know how y'all
I had
look,
on
but y'all
an
can't
AI
go get it.
jersey with my hat backwards.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck
It
it.
was crazy.
I mean, them outfits still fit. You know the clothes
in
fit.
that
I know.
joint,
Yeah, I remember having
like
a
they
big
was
ass
smoking
fitted.
in it. It was crazy in that joint.
Big ass fitted, bro. Yeah, like New
I'll
York.
tell you something. Them state property jackets was all over Brooklyn.
Fuego.
Yeah.
All
Fuego.
over.
That's
Who
a
got
fact.
who got the line to him now?
No,
Shit,
that's
Beans
crazy,
had
right?
boxes of that shit in his garage.
He got boxes?
He
Yeah.
probably still got some of it.
I need the 3/4 joints.
Yeah, them joints was hard. We need to bring them back.
Facts. Now, you
But-
doing
but
an
For
anniversary?
the time being,
Yeah.
we got the Freedom Thinkers Academy.
The FTA, we had the
That's
we had the
fine.
flight jackets like this. Yeah.
That's dope.
Yes,
I
sir.
started
Right.
a company, Freedom Thinkers
Oh.
Academy, Music, Health, Education, and Culture.
What made you do that?
Well, I was diagnosed with kidney failure in September 2015.
Right.
And instead of hiding this shit from everybody, I decided to stand in front of it. I'm the celebrity ambassador for the National Kidney Foundation. I work with Gift of Life. And I started my own foundation, Freedom Thinkers, Inc. And when I first started it, it was like all about health. I would go to different cities and just tell my story and how I dealt with kidney failure, being on dialysis and getting a transplant. But now we're taking it to a whole nother level. We got some workforce development programs.
Mhm.
We just had our first 7 students graduate our phlebotomy course.
Mhm.
So we're offering students an opportunity to take this course, to get a certification, and then we assist them in getting jobs. So,
Oh, that's
You know,
Shout out to that. For making a
in
difference
our
right
city,
there.
it's like a lot of like violence and a lot of crazy stuff, like a lot of carjackings and
Wow.
crazy nonsense. And I feel like the main reason why those things is going on is because the young folks don't got no opportunities. Like that's the only thing they know.
Yeah, y'all don't know phlebotomists can make like 100, 250 a visit.
But they can start
And
off.
you could do like 7
start
in
off
one
at
day. Like,
57,000 a year. Like that's
started.
starting.
Starting.
Like you know what I'm saying. So we got
but then you
phlebotomy.
can freelance
we got,
too.
medical billing and coding.
Mhm.
We got CompTIA A+ certification, and we building it. We're gonna add more things to it.
That's
I'm
dope.
just trying to do what I can, bro.
That's dope.
I know those health issues made all those petty street and rat beefs look real
Listen,
small.
bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At my worst point, I would have traded everything just to be healthy, bro. Like, it's no joke.
Mm.
No joke. Like when I walked in the dialysis center and I seen the rows of people, I'm like, damn, this is my life now. Like this is why I had to do dialysis 3 times a week, 4 hours a day.
Mhm.
Monday, Wednesday, and
Wednesday and
Friday. No
Friday,
matter
yeah.
where I was at, what I was doing, I had to do it.
Mhm.
Even
What were the habits that got you there?
just like that, probably the same habits that you had, the same habits that a lot of rappers have. Just like being up late, being in the studio 2, 3 in the morning. We was in Baseline ordering cheeseburgers, pizza, smoking, drinking, just like not taking care of my body. Just running around feeling like I'm invincible, and they caught up with me.
How many years of that?
Man, the crazy thing is, I was diagnosed with high blood pressure and diabetes probably like 2010. So when I was diagnosed with those things, I took it serious immediately. Like Beans got diabetes too, and like I would see him like eating a cheesesteak. I'm like, bro, what you doing? We can't eat cheesesteaks? Like you tripping. Then probably like 7, 8 months later, we splitting the cheesesteak. Like, you know what I'm saying? And, I took it serious when I first was on, when I first got diabetes, I had to take insulin. So I started working out like 5 or 6 months. I got off the insulin. I was taking it real serious, but as time passed, only thing I was doing was taking my medicine. Like, I was still eating how I wanted to eat.
Well, you
still
wasn't
doing what
changing the
I
habits.
didn't change the habits.
Right.
And that's what led me to that.
Did it run in your family?
Yeah, definitely running my family. My uncle, he just passed away last year, but he was on dialysis. He got a transplant. Then he had to go back on dialysis, and he passed away last year. He had like slipped and fell and hit his head when he was coming from dialysis, and he never recovered from that. So I have my uncle, my cousin Shandia. she had kidney issues and she just wasn't taking care of herself and she passed away.
Yeah.
So I had examples in my family, and I had 3 risk factors. One is hypertension, another one is diabetes, and surprisingly, just being African American is a risk factor. So all of us in here, we got even Latinos, like we got a risk factor for kidney failure as soon as we born.
Yeah.
You know, and
Sheesh.
I had 3 risk factors. I had examples in my family, and I still was unaware that it could happen to me. That's why I go so hard with spreading the awareness so people can know what's going on out here.
Well, what are the main things you had to cut out your diet?
Man, first and foremost, that sugar, you know, that salt, you know, you got to watch your intake. You got to eat lean meats, portion control. Like, you know, you got to not eat all hours of the night. Like, you know, it's a lot that goes into it. You got to work out. You got to take care of yourself. But it's definitely worth it. And the most important thing is prevention, getting at it before you even get to the point that where I was at and I had to get on dialysis.
Right. Most people, they don't start to reverse what they doing until I can't move. You know what I mean? Like if you hear the shit right now, you think, well, I've been doing this shit for a minute, ain't nothing happened to me. Then you might be right around the corner from it.
It's Hoffa, trapper turn smack rapper. Only smack rapper that you know is smack rappers. Got bars I can hang with the backpackers. Trap star, I don't hang with the backpackers. I'm in the hood with the work you heard. Making fiends leave earth you heard. Got your baby mama thirst you heard. Feel the flow, nigga, throw it in reverse. This the wave you need to surf you heard.